Eddie, 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 Eddie. Eddie, 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 Eddie. Oh, love, 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 love. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Love, love, love. Eddie, 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 Eddie. Love, love, love. Eddie, 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 Eddie. Eddie, 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 Eddie. Love, love, love. Eddie. Give yourself a double shot. Give yourself a double shot of some love. Some love, love, love. This is kind of funny, but who can give yourself more love than anybody else? And you know what? Who's going to benefit from that too? Who's going to benefit the most from giving yourself the most love and appreciation and value that you can give? Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Who's the one that, you know, that's great. Who can love you more than anybody else in the world? I will say on the caveat, except for God. But who can? I mean, as far as on this planet, you know, the physicality part of it, who's can love yourself more than anybody else in the world? You. And who's going to benefit the most from that? You. And then we were talking about in the last video about the reflection thing about that mirror inside. So if you're the one that can love yourself more than anybody else in the world, if you're the one that can appreciate and value yourself more than anybody else in the world can, who's going to want to be the one to benefit? Who's going to want to be the benefit? Who's going to want to be the benefit? That's you. But then, it's kind of like you create that mirror inside of you that can reflect out. That other people in other situations are going to it's kind of like a light. 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 It's kind of like a light that shines from me. You know. It's kind of like if you had a mirror. You know. If you had a mirror. You know. And they had a light in front of the mirror, and then it shines, and it shines. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let that love shine from you. Let that love shine from you. And, you know, it could be grandiose to think to an extent a little bit, but the more people we can get to appreciate and love themselves and allow that love to shine from in them, that they have really taken the steps and the commitment to make that happen for themselves, that there's going to be that reflection that's going to start to shine, and then that's when real transformation of this world can take place, because love conquers all things, right? I mean, that's pretty cliche to say. Pretty cliche to say, but it's true. Love conquers all things. Love, kindness, sensitivity, and compassion. It conquers all things. It heals all things, right? I mean, you know, and then I start thinking, it heals all things. What is the stuff that's going inside your life that needs to be healed? And if you think somehow that you're going to go out into this world and you're going to get the kind of love that you need that's going to heal the things that are inside of you, and one day, if I only meet this person, and one day, that ain't going to work either, bruh. Oh, sister, bruh, oh, sister, no, bruh, oh, sister, hey, no, it's not going to work, you can't rely on it, that's for darn sure, you know, so, you know, the thing that I want to talk about now, you know, the whole thing about what you're doing and improving in this particular area as far as the direction is concerned, and you know, I'm sick. This is for everybody. This is for everybody. I was talking, you know, I was talking about, you know, some of the people that I've known that have been able to, and that I see out there that are able to have obtained high levels of success. And you know, what's interesting too, and I will mention this, is a lot of the celebrities that you see out there that are voicing their opinions of things, and the anger and the discontentment and the hate that's coming out of their mouths. And I got to tell you straight up, and I hope you're a celebrity and you're listening to this, and that you have put out hate and discontentment. Yo, buddy, that's a reflection of what's going on inside of you. And it has nothing to do with that other person. It has everything to do with you. It has everything to do with you. Because if you didn't have that inside of you, you wouldn't be expressing it. Okay? If you didn't have that inside of you, you wouldn't be expressing it. So there must be a lot of discontent and hate and discord that's going on in your own life, because what you're spewing out is nothing but a reflection of what's going inside of you. You're the mirror. You're the mirror. You're the mirror. And you know what? And all those celebrities out there that have a certain level of influence that's out there, and the things that they can do with that, and they choose to be. They choose to sow negativity and discontent instead of hate. I don't care what you're trying to control, right? It's about a control issue. It's about you taking your influence and thinking that somehow if you go and you spew your hate and you spew really just what is nothing but a reflection that's going inside of you. I don't care what's going on in the world. I don't care what's going on in the outside. You're not helping the situation. You're not improving the situation. You're not making it better. The only thing you're trying to do is thinking that somehow in your infinite wisdom that you're going to take your negativity and your opinions and whatever it is, and that somehow you're going to change the views of other people and change the world by that. Well, let me tell you something. This world is not going to change by that. The only thing that's going to change with is love. The only thing going to change it is love. Because love conquers all things, right, brother? Right, sister? Right, brother? Right, sister? Only thing that's going to conquer things and change things is love. Try to argue with that. Really. So if there was any kind of wisdom out there that any of the celebrities or people that have, and you are responsible for your behavior. You're not responsible for what somebody else did or what somebody else says or what they're doing or what they think or whatever else is going on. You're not going to be able to control it with your opinion. The world is not a change by your opinion. It's a change by your example. It's not a change by your opinion. It's a change by your example. Because your opinions and what's ever flapjacking out of your mouth is doing nothing but causing more discord and hate and discontent that's out there anyways. And you are responsible for your own actions. I don't care what that other person is doing. I don't care what the political things do. I don't care. None of it is ever going to change as long as you, and I'm talking to you, celebrities, whatever, the people that have the influence, and this applies to people in general too. So when I'm talking to you, that comes from a little bit of a disgust about a lot of celebrities and everything that I see out there that are doing that kind of thing and doing nothing but sowing discord and hate and negativity and everything like that. Because if you if you thought about this for a moment. And if these people started, bringing a different message, I don't care whatever, but don't sit there and think that you're the judge and the jury and that you need to point out somebody else's behavior or what they're doing. We need to focus on what you're doing. We need to focus on what you're doing and what's coming out of you, huh? We need to focus on what they're doing and what's coming out of you. What's coming out of your flapjack there, bro? Oh, sister, what's coming out of your mouth? What's coming out of your body? What's coming out of your being? And start to think that what's coming out of your being is really having an effect on what's going around. And and what you're doing is not being effective at all. Oh, gosh, I want to name names. 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 And you know what? It's just like your mama said, it's just like your mama said, you don't got nothing nice to say, you keep your mouth shut, huh? You don't have anything nice to say. You keep a mouth shut, huh? And maybe that's a part of what you need to do as far as taking a step. I'm talking to you. Maybe you need to take that as part of the step as far as maybe you taking a step in that direction of loving and appreciating yourself. Because, you could sit there and say, well, I love and appreciate myself. No, you don't, because whatever's spewing out of your mouth is hate, and it's it's certainly not a reflection of love. That's for darn truth and shooting. That's not truth and shooting. That's for darn shooting, truth and shooting. You listen to me? I hope so.